How's everyone doing today? Hope your day is going well. Let me figure out where I'm at here. Hopefully you can hear me. I think instead of working on the fixed blade or the folder that we've been working on, we're going to go a different direction today. I think we are going to design a hatchet or an axe. What do you think? Now, I don't know. I'm thinking a hatchet or an axe, but I don't know whether to go practical or full battle. What say you? I don't know how to create a poll. Creating a poll right now. Sorry about the silence. Yeah, let me know if this works. How's it going, everyone? Hello to everyone entering. Gonzo has a vote for battle. How's it going, Rolf? Marco, thanks for showing up, everyone. Hey, McRanger. Hey, Flying Feline. If anyone wants a knife stand, go find Flying Feline at Flying Feline Design on Instagram. So, start getting a file ready. We're going to do new part. And we are going to create a sketch on the front plane. We'll draw some center lines to start with. So there we have some center lines. Suppose I could put some dimensions on there. I don't know if we go. If I do an axe, it'll be like boy's axe size, or I'm thinking hatchet though, something that would fit in a backpack. Actually, I don't know if I need these dimensions on there. Yeah, let's get rid of them. Could probably hide them, but hey, Robin, Down, good to see you. Make sure I didn't miss anyone. Let's go take a look and see how the poll is doing. Looks like it. Looks like we're 33% for each selection. Two votes for each. So my two bearded axes are sitting right next to me. Good subject today. I have the feeling I should know what a bearded axe is, but I don't. I think we're just going to go with a mix since it's so close. Oh, Viking axe. Are they, yeah, okay. So they're like cast or forged, right? I'm thinking of just doing sheet, like a sheet metal. Oh, I see. That's why they call it bearded, right? Because it has a real long cutting edge, and because the front bottom drops way down. I'm going to guess that's it. We could take a quick look on Google just to see what this finds us. Yeah. Yeah, those are pretty sweet. There's a fella on Instagram that hit me up to see if I wanted to buy some made in UK, supposedly, knives or axes. I just don't know him though, and I can't find any. I don't know how if he's legit or if he's just selling stuff that's made in Pakistan, or stuff on his Instagram photos looks pretty decent, but I just don't know. Yeah, yeah, that'd be cool. I'm gonna go with sheet metal, just like I'm gonna start with 1/4 inch, pretty heavy duty, but something that could be easily ground. So, what do we want to start with? Start with the heel. Put a dimension on here. Yeah, this didn't work out. I don't know, what's a good thickness for the handle? I don't want that arc on there. I'm going to get rid of that, but 2 inches. We'll start with 2 inches. We'll contour it down. But we'll just get a basic shape in here to start with. I have no idea where I'm going with this. We'll go with it like something a little pointy on the back end. Nothing serious here. And like I said, we'll change it along the way, but start with something simple. We need I don't know if I want the top of it flat. Let's get rid of this. Let's do something like this. Actually, this isn't going to work. We don't want the pointy up here. What we want is we want a flat hammering edge for the practicality of it. Just doesn't look good at all. Yeah, I was afraid of that. I can't really tell from he shows all his knives, but he doesn't show the process. He doesn't show any end work. They're all finished. So that gives me a little pause. This is going very not good. This is ugly. Why isn't this isn't working the way I want it to? I'm trying to let me think here. No, I don't want that either. Let me see here. And for now, we will. Oops. Just make this a square tab for now. Don't know how I did this. I broke it. So let's save this. As a hatchet. And close this. I don't know if I open it back up. Ah, how do I fix this? Anyway, might be a short day because I don't know what I'm doing. How's it going, Help with Gadgets? Trying to do a hatchet, but I didn't really have a good plan. It's not quite what I want, but I'm gonna have a little bit of just a little retention hook there. That's probably not very good. I don't think we want it sharp like that. This just isn't going my way. Yeah, but we'll leave that for now. So what do we want here? Let's start with this. I'm gonna restart this because I don't know where everything's at. So let me bring something up. All right, I think that's what we wanted. Let's extrude this. We'll go quarter inch in each direction. No, 0.125 in each direction. Make it a quarter inch total. That's pretty ugly. But it's a start. So what do we want to do here? We want to shape this like a hatchet. Let's get rid of this. Let's see if we can offset that. Let's get rid of this. Yeah, this isn't working too well either. You have to look up how to offset these. Oh no, that's not good. Everyone's still there. Hit the wrong button on my keyboard and locked my screen up, and I couldn't see for a moment. So, what are these options here? If I just pick on offset, what's it asking me for? Oh, now it's showing an offset. Not sure what that mess is there. Let's just do this and see what happens. Let's exit this. Let's undo that. Go back to offset. How big? How thick should that be? About inch and a half. Get rid of some of this extra stuff. Oh, that's crazy. Guess we don't need it to be all that contoured. Well, how is that tied to that? Strange. Oh, I'm not sharing. Yeah, of course it looks good now that I'm not sharing. How's it going, Clint? Just fumbling around here, working on a design that I didn't put much thought into, as can be seen. You are witnessing failure. Somehow this point is tied to that point, and I don't want that. That one's just offset. This is... Yeah, that's a little better. And actually, I got rid of the offset. I didn't want to do that. Make a different offset. It's a little less curve. I don't know. Yeah, so these ends are tied together. Hopefully you can hear me. Let me know that you can hear me. Gonzo wants us to know he owns an Arius now, and he might get another one. Now, is Arius, is that the one Sharif's design? I get lost. There's so many models out there. Oh, Koenig. I look forward to your long form video on that, Gonzo. I know one knife that has got my interest. What's that guy's name? A really sought after knife. It seems very popular that I just didn't really pay much attention to. The Steingraber, Alex Steingraber. What's his knife? Not the fixed blade, but uh, anyway, yeah, that one. What's the deal on them? Does he still make them, or is it just something he used to make? And are they hard to get? Sucks when trades don't work out, huh? Yeah, Lamia, whatever. Those look pretty neat. I think that's something I should seek. Blade Binge. Yeah, I see them once in a while, but I just never really checked him out. He has an auction for one on Instagram. Can't really get anything too expensive right now. I have a situation. What is this? Offset. Now if I delete that, I don't want to delete that. If I delete that, it's okay to be vertical. Why is that tied to that? Let's just get rid of these. Now I should be able, yeah. Let me think. Practically speaking, yeah, let's make the end vertical. Yeah, I think that'll work. I can change that a little later. Or do I build a deck, take out the trash for a year? $800. Yeah, there's so many choices out there. There's a lot of $800,000 knives out there. Probably need to support people I know or somewhat know from the community. Now, if I get to know him from the community, maybe that's a different story. But I am on the build on the list for Mayberry Customs, and man, those things are nice. And that's going to send me back over $800. So I can't even afford that now, but I got in when things were a little better. I think Gonzo, you have to invest. It's an investment in your YouTube business model. Okay. So that looks more like a conventional looking hatchet. Let's make this tangent so it's straight like that. I don't know that we need it to be this. I don't know how big to make the cutting edge. Let's throw a dimension on here. Make an even number. What happens if we put an 8 on there? It's a 5. Put a little more curve on here. I don't need it to be curved up here though. Maybe I shouldn't have done it this way. If I can move everything. Can't. So let's take the sketch and take a look at this now. I think I need this curve here, but I don't think I need it to be this curved here. I don't know though. I guess once I model it up, I can analyze the center of gravity and make tweaks until we get the center of gravity exactly where we want it. Skull crusher on the back. Yeah, exactly. But this is only a 1/4 inch material. So I kind of want like a hammering, batoning flat. So I'm kind of stuck between. I guess that's too practical though. I suppose I could make a flat here for hammering and make something sharp and pointy there for breaking tree stumps. Yeah, that's what we'll say. You just learned loop design to Clydesdale. I love Clydesdale. I got 2 of them and probably get more. I want to at least. I want to modify one at least. Now I don't know what kind of knives you like or not, but some people think Clydesdale's a little big. I like it. It's definitely not huge. It seems more medium to large. It's not extra large or anything like that. I suppose we could leave this wide like that, but put some cutouts in it to make it more gnarly. What do you think? Like leave a long flat on there, but put some teeth in it, so to speak. Actually, let's get rid of this. Let me think here. What do we want? Even or uneven? Wide, narrow, or just wide, or just narrow? Take care, Gonzo. Congrats on the 500 subs. Robin. Where did I see that question at? How would you calculate the center of gravity? Oh, I would let the software. Once it's modeled up, you can find the center of gravity using the software to find it. Now, where I want to put it, I don't know. Somewhere in the center. I don't want it to be heavy forward or heavy aft, but I definitely don't want. I don't want it to be like center of gravity in the middle of the handle. You know what I mean? I don't want to put a big giant thing on the bottom of it just to make it center of gravity where your hand is or anything like that. I just meant like the center of gravity of the whole. Yeah, I guess I don't know where I would calculate where I'd want the center of gravity to be. Maybe slightly forward. I guess it doesn't matter. The mass is the mass once it's in motion. Ah, we'll take a look at that when we get there. So let's do some more offsets here. I'm not seeing that show up. Pick it first and then do the offset. Okay, we need to reverse it. 1/4 inch. I guess I could pattern it. Maybe not. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be quite what we want. Let's do something a little more, less practical. We'll leave the practical on this end. And we'll make this end highly impractical. Let's do some curves on here. Short curve. Curve. Let's do something like this. What do you think about that? Now let's make these 70. Let's make it 60. Let's make this tangent. Let's make this I'll line this up with this. There we go. Now we'll make this 60. See if we can figure out how to get that randomness dimensioned out. I think I already got it. We'll start over. Hey, Robert. Thanks for stopping in. Kind of messing around with this. Don't quite know what I'm doing, but I'm doing it. Do some dimensions first. Let's go back here. I wonder if there's a way. Just do that. Why isn't that one moving? Let's dimension this one. There, that's better. Might have to do some calculations instead of just trying to wing this. think everything's locked in. Nope. Well, let's see what we have here. We don't need that, like hanging out like that. We can shorten this up. How's it going, Terry? 1931 Leatherworks. Everyone go subscribe to everyone in here. Subscribe to some other channels. Support each other. I am doing a weird axe, Hatchet. Somewhat practical. Not very, but somewhere in between practical and combat. Yeah, this ain't good. I think I need to add a dimension from here to here. Make it a 1/2 inch. And I need to make all these horizontal. Let's get rid of this dimension. And this one. There, now it's even, but we don't need this. Let's get rid of these dimensions. Get rid of these arcs. Oh, that's the problem. How's it going, Blessed Knives? Thanks, Marco, for posting links. Brand New American, how you doing? Just messing around with a silly hatchet design for the fun of it. Was going to be half practical and half battle, but you might as well go with battle. Still not quite happy with that shape. Yeah, see, this is what I was talking about, the gravity. I think I want the gravity to be in the middle. Like, I don't know if that makes sense. But when you pick it up, I don't want it to lean forward or aft because of the gravity, the weight. But I'm not worried about this end's definitely going to be heavier. I'm not too worried about that. And you kind of want that because when you're swinging it, you want the energy to all be at the cutting edge. Looks like we've been on over an hour. Didn't get very far, but I'm going to leave this out there how we have it. Anyone has any suggestions on what direction to take it, feel free to comment once the video uploads because I'll leave all the live streams up and, unless something goes terribly wrong. But this is just for fun. But any suggestions or anything you want to see in the modeling, let me know. Once we're done, we might make it out of even thicker material and then do some fancy surfacing. I don't know. I'm not sure, but probably going to end this now. There's probably other people streaming. I'm glad you all came by. Um, if you get bored, check the description. I got Amazon affiliate links in there and haven't really, no one's bought anything from my Amazon links. So I got like 60 days, and if I don't sell three things, then I'll lose my affiliate thing, which doesn't mean much. I don't plan on making much money anyway, just something I thought I would try out. But I got the Zariel sharpener in there you can get for under $100, and it's like a copy of the Cadet Pro. You can get it for under $100 with some cheap diamond sharpening stones that I hear wear out fast. But I would definitely get the aluminum back ones if you do buy one of those sharpeners. The plastic ones have flex in them, so they probably both wear out pretty rapidly. But you don't want the flex, or you'll end up with convex or concave surfaces on your edge. I got there's a pivot tool in there. It's a cheap aluminum one, but it has two different sizes, like $13 or something. If you want to do some knife maintenance. The pivot tool isn't necessary. You can get by without it, but I use it all the time when I change bearings or tear something down to clean it up. And we'll come back either Thursday or next Monday and work some more on this, unless we jump back to the folding knife or the fixed blade. I do want to finish up the fixed blade design at some point, make it more complete. Anyway, thank you all for stopping by, and I'll talk to you all later. Have a good rest of your day.